being the vessel is I think part of the work too is learning to not get in the way of being that, because you can think yourself out of it and think, oh, it shouldn't come that quickly or that easily.
Yep.
The song's just coming through me. I must need to labor over it, and then you can really get in your own way.
I do. I have also done that too. I've gotten in my own way. And I think a lot of different styles can be true at once. I think that is one way that it happens, and you are the vessel. And then other times you do have to sit down and work out how you're going to do it. But there is the element of getting in your way where sometimes you overthink the thing too much, and it's just about, maybe that's why when those songs come through suddenly, you don't get time to think. So you just sort of write them down, and perhaps that is the beauty in it, is that you're doing it without overthinking, without sort of stewing. But then again, people have sat down and stewed over a song and then it's turned out great as well. But yeah.
And then this one, well, from what I understand, actually the second verse, what you weren't that sure about. So was that a sense of you could feel that something wasn't right, you weren't quite sure what to do in the moment, but then when you got into the studio, that's possibly when the channel opened.
Yeah, channel opened back up again. And I think there was a metaphor in there. I think it was initially about a can of worms, and me and the boys were just sort of like, is that the best metaphor there? And so I didn't sit down and stew over the exact wordings and metaphors again. I was like, all right, let's just see how the next way of writing it comes out. And that was when the sort of pedestal and coming to earth. And I hadn't thought, hey, it's a song about Angel and maybe I should write a line about coming back to earth. That just sort of naturally flowed from line to line. So again, I did sit down and go, this one needs to be rewritten. But in that rewriting process, I let it come out in the way it felt most natural.
Right.
Yeah.
I suppose there are some songs that you feel like that about, you write them, but then you have to get to the stage of recording them. So, and you can get in your way then too. So are there any songs that you have that you're like, yeah, this is great. I can feel that this song's right, but then you get to the point of releasing it to the public, or even that recording process, because that's another step again, and that can be when the doubt creeps in.
Yeah, I suppose to a degree, Angel, we really had to think about the way that would be, how it would end up after being recorded. So that was one where it could have gone lots of different ways. We could have come in heavy at the start and had it this, thumping drum beat, but we really had to think about, hold on a minute, what is the emotion we're trying to get across? What is the best way to have this song get to that emotion? And that was where we ended up doing the sort of slow build into the big sort of finale at the end. But yeah, that was one where it took a little while in thinking about how best to translate onto recorded version. And there's others for sure. There's other songs that there's been a few cases where even I've brought a song to my friend and been like, oh, this played this sort of song, and just very gently he's gone, it needs more work. And then I go back away and I'll think, how else am I going to do this and take it a different angle? And yeah.